Hello everyone, my name is Val and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'd like to show you a short walkthrough of one of my PowerPoint lessons called Where Does Food Come From? This lesson is designed for grade 3 or 4 students, but I think it's going to work just as well in grade 5. It all depends on your student's proficiency level. This lesson includes class rules, a food quiz, a short story about the parts of plants that we eat and where food comes from, 3 post-reading activities, and a fun spinning game that recaps the lesson. You're going to see how you can use all these activities in a real classroom. I will explain it in my walkthrough. This lesson is available for sale in my store on Teachers Pay Teachers and Taobao. So if you are interested in it, please go to the store and buy it. All the links are in the description below. Okay, so please welcome to my video, and I hope you're gonna enjoy it. And if you do enjoy it, please leave a like, subscribe to my channel, and hit that bell icon to turn the notifications on so you never miss a single upload. Thank you very much. Have a great day. All the best to you. Bye. Let's take a good look at this PowerPoint lesson. As you can see, it consists of 74 slides. This is slide number 1. And we are going to skip the class rules, the usual stuff. If you are a regular here, you know that I include class rules in every single lesson because they help with classroom management and they help to tune my students into the learning mode. And let's start with food quiz. I use pop quizzes for 2 purposes. Purpose number 1, I use a pop quiz to introduce an interesting fact. And purpose number 2, I use a pop quiz to check comprehension. In this case, our lesson is about all kinds of food and where it comes from. So I'm using this quiz to spike their interest in the topic. And also this pop quiz, this food quiz, helps my students to connect to their background knowledge and see what they already know. So let's take a look at this quiz. Question number 1, which one of these is not a fruit? So to play or to do this activity, you may want to invite a boy or a girl or a student from each team, and whoever gives you the answer first gets a point. So in this case, it's a potato. Yay! All right, question number 2. How much water is in a watermelon? And the correct answer is C, 90%. And then you again invite a student from each team. So you have a rotation all the time going, and ask the next question. How many seeds does a strawberry have? Of course, they are not going to know all this, but that's why it's interesting. It's an interesting fact, you know? And in this case, the correct answer is 200. A strawberry has 200 seeds. I didn't know it either. I Googled it. All right, and the last question, it is a riddle. There is a greenhouse. Inside the greenhouse, there is a white house. Inside the white house, there is a red house. Inside the red house, there are many babies. What is it? The correct answer is D, watermelon. Yay! And that's a hard one. For this one, you may want to give them 2 or 3 points because it's not an easy question. All right, and now let's read. There are many kinds of food. Some food is delicious. Take your time to show these photos to your students. You are gonna get a lot of wows here, right? And some food is not. And this is also a good opportunity to introduce words like gross or yuck or disgusting, something like that. All right, our food comes from plants and animals, yeah? What parts of plants do we eat? So here you show your students 4 parts of a plant: flower, leaves, stem, and roots. And here you teach them what we eat. So we eat roots, we eat leaves, we eat flowers, we eat seeds, we eat stems. And this is the second part where you talk where food comes from. So for example, apple juice comes from apples. Apples grow on apple trees. Milk comes from cows. Cows are animals, and so on. I am not going to go through the whole thing because I think you get the idea. All right, so after you finish reading, let's do some exercises. Exercise number 1, what's behind the curtain? How do we play this game? You invite a boy and a girl or a student from each team, and in this activity they need to guess what's behind the curtain. The picture that is hidden behind these tiles. So if you have a clicker, you can click next. If you don't have a clicker, so press spacebar on your computer, and these tiles are going to disappear. And the student who says what they see first gets a point. So in this case, it's onions. Woohoo! 1 point for team A or 1 point for team B. And then you invite the next pair of students. You show them the next picture, and they need to guess what it is. So let me show you one more time. All right, what is it? 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 Have you guessed yet? No. Okay, what is it? It is lettuce. Woohoo! And you keep playing it a few more times. Exercise number 2, true or false. So we have 5 sentences here, and your students need to read sentence by sentence and tell you if these sentences are true or false. You can do it as a whole class activity, or you can do it in teams, or it can be a group work. So the first sentence is correct. If the sentence is incorrect, they need to correct it. They need to make it right. So for example, bread comes from spinach. No, no, no. Bread comes from wheat. Milk comes from cows, and that is correct. Okay, next activity is group work activity. Make the sentence. So you display these sentences on the smart boards, on your projector, on the screen, and you put your students into teams, and they need to write down the correct sentences in teams. They can work together, they can help each other, and whoever does it first, they can raise their hands or say we have finished, and then you can check their answers. So you can give them a few minutes to work on it, and then you can check the answers together with the whole class. So 1, food comes from plants and animals. 2, plants have 4 parts. 3, milk comes from cows. Apples grow on apple trees. And 5, carrots and potatoes are roots. Okay, and finally, game time, the spinning wheel game. So in this part of the lesson, you recap what they have already learned. This is the purpose of this game, and let me show you how you can play it in class. So first you tell you teach your students how to play this game. So they need to pick a letter, answer the question, and spin the wheel for points. All these questions are reading comprehension questions. It's very easy for you to see whether or not they got the material, they understood the material, and which part you need to maybe spend more time on, right? So let me show you how you can play this game. So you're going to invite again a student from each team. And then they are going to play rock, paper, scissors, shoot to decide who goes first. And then let's say team A wins. So the student from team A picks a letter, any letter they want. So let's say they pick A, you click on A, and here's the question. You ask the whole class to read it. Which part of the plant is broccoli? And then you try to elicit the answer from the student. If you see that he or she struggles with it, you show the answer, the flower. Then you click next, and they can spin the wheel. So you can ask a student to do it, or you can ask the students to say spin and stop, or start and stop. So you spin the wheel, and they say stop. And woohoo, they get 3 points. Excellent. And here is the home button. So you click on it and you go back to the original slide. And the turn goes to another team. So let's say they pick D. And here's another question. How many parts do plants have? And they should say, the plants have 4 parts: flowers, leaves, stems, and roots. Let's spin the wheel. Okay, start, stop. Oh no, this team loses 2 points. And then you erase 2 points from the table, from their tally. Okay, so, and you play this game until the end. Until they answer all the questions. You finish with a bravo. Yes. And here is an optional homework assignment. You can assign them as homework, or this could be PBL activity, project-based learning activity, which you can do in class. They will need to make a poster, draw their favorite vegetable, and write about it. So here's an example. My favorite vegetable is the carrot. It has a root, a stem, and leaves. It grows in soil. I love carrots. Okay, this is it. I hope you enjoyed this walkthrough. And if you like what I see, please go to my store on Teachers Pay Teachers or Taobao and buy this lesson. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day.